What's up YouTube, welcome to another video, and today's video will be regarding two flagship level devices which have been launched a few weeks ago, the Oppo Find X2 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Both the devices are 5G enabled and both have 120Hz of a refresh rate and even more inside their devices. Samsung and Oppo push their boundaries and develop a flagship which have high-end specification inside. So today's video will be regarding the comparison between both of these devices. So before going into the video, if you're new here on the channel, to consider subscribing. So first we are going to discuss about the display of both the devices. So in terms of display, the Oppo Find X2 Pro is coming with a 6.67 inch of Super AMOLED Infinity OLED display, whereas the 6.9 inch dynamic AMOLED display is going to be seen in Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. 1440 by 3168 is the resolution of Oppo Find X2 Pro, whereas Samsung S20 Ultra has 1440 by 3200 of resolution. 90.9% is the screen to body ratio of Find X2 Pro, whereas S20 Ultra has 89.9% of screen to body ratio. Both the devices are coming with a Gorilla Glass 6 protection, and HDR10 is seen in Find X2 Pro, whereas S20 Ultra has HDR10 Plus support. Both the devices are supporting 120Hz of a refresh rate inside, making your experience with the device even more smoother. The punch hole camera cutouts are present on both the devices. The Oppo Find X2 Pro selfie camera is present on the top left corner in form of punch hole, and it is coming with the 32 megapixel of a selfie camera, whereas the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra camera cutout present in the top center of the device, and it is coming with a 14 megapixel of a camera sensor. So clearly in selfie cameras, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra is winner here. Moving on towards the back side, we have a triple camera setup on the Oppo Find X2 Pro, in which the main camera is of 48 megapixel. 13 megapixel is going to be the telephoto lens, which have an option for 5x of optical zoom, whereas the last camera is going to be the 48 megapixel ultra wide camera. So in terms of Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, we have a square shaped camera bump on the back side, in which the main camera is of 108 megapixel camera sensor. 48 megapixel is going to be the telephoto lens, which has an option of 10x of optical zoom. 12 megapixel is the ultra wide camera, whereas 0.3 megapixel of time of flight sensor, or you can say a depth sensor, on the back side. The back is also protected by Gorilla Glass 6 protection on the S20, whereas the Find X Pro has a ceramic back on the back side. Next is the performance. In terms of performance, the Snapdragon 865 present in the Oppo Find X2 Pro, and Adreno 650 is the GPU which is coming inside. Whereas if we talk about the S20 Ultra, we have a Exynos 990 processor which is used for global variant, and it is coming with a Mali G77 GPU, whereas the US variant is coming with a Snapdragon 865 inside, and Adreno 650 GPU is going to be seen in this particular device. Next is the operating system. Well, both the devices are coming with Android 10 support inside, and whereas the skin which is coming in Oppo Find X2 Pro is ColorOS 10.1. On the other side, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra is coming with a One UI 2.0 on top of Android 10. Memory wise, the Oppo Find X2 Pro is coming with only one variant, the 12GB RAM and 512GB of internal storage, whereas the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra is coming with in three different variants, in which the base variant is of 12GB RAM and 128GB of internal storage, 12GB RAM and 256GB of internal storage, and a 16GB RAM and 512GB of internal storage, which means that the memory which is coming inside, especially the RAM which is coming inside the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra of 16GB, is going to be very much impressive, because even most of the laptops which are coming in 2020 doesn't have a 16GB of RAM inside. So both the devices storage is based on UFS 3.0, and battery-wise, the Oppo Find X2 is coming with 4260 mAh of battery with a fast charging support of 65 watt. Whereas S20 Ultra is coming with a 5000 mAh of a battery and a 45 watt of fast charging support inside. Overall, if you look at these devices, both the devices are coming with a high-end specification inside. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra has a upper edge in terms of memory and as well as in terms of screen size, and also the cameras on the back side have an edge over the Oppo Find X2 Pro. Both the companies have used different approaches towards the devices, and both have high-end specification inside. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below which device you prefer. So thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, do consider subscribing my channel. I'll meet you in the next one. Peace out.